All right. Hi, everybody. I decided to really, the purpose of me doing these videos, um, actually, before I get into that, let me just reintroduce myself. My name is Cami Knight. I am a healing consultant. Um, this calling called me. I really did not have any idea that my path was going to lead this way. Um, it reminds me of someone had said yesterday. I was watching something, and she was saying how people who are worried about their purpose or concerned with what their purpose should be and so consumed with it, and why haven't I found my purpose, why haven't I found my purpose? And she was basically saying, in short, that um, to take the weight off of that, to take the pressure off of that, and to allow it to be, because allow it to come. And That can sometimes be challenging a bit, because of the fact that we live in a world and in a society, Western culture, that you have to pick this and you have to pick this one thing, and you'll be considered successful, and all these different ideas and expectations of how long it takes for you to get it, why you're supposed to get it, and if you don't get it, then you're not a part of the society. You're not a part of, there's just all these different ideologies and different perspectives on that. So I just kind of wanted to share my personal story that really it just called me. It was something that I felt this tug and this pull, all because I decided to heal myself, all because my life was going really, really bad for a very long time, and I just wanted to change it. And I realized that somewhere right in the deep part of my heart, I knew that the reason why my life was so chaotic, was so heavy, and so filled with so much chaos and unhappiness, and just stuff with stress, stuff with anxiety, stuff with just a lot of stuff, heaviness. I knew that this had to do with something that was going on here in the matters of the heart. I didn't really know exactly, but I knew that something was wrong in here. Not necessarily something was wrong with me. I don't really believe in something's wrong with you. I don't think you need fixing. I just think that we all need to be aware of who we really are, and knowing the power and the actual application, and knowing that we have the power within us to release a lot of that stuff. And so my personal journey, I went on this journey to heal myself. And I talked to God. I had a conversation with God. And I literally was like yelling out, not yelling at God, but just yelling and crying out for just the answers. And the answers revealed themselves. God showed me the answers, and my mind was actually blown away with the fact that God answered me and said that the reason why you had all of this stuff, the reason, or what is happening, going on in your life, going on in your relationships, going on in your finances, going on in your career, going on in your health, your just those aspects, those parts of you, the reason why things are going the way they are going, and that is because of what you are holding on inside of here. And what's inside of here is the stuff that you've carried since you were a little girl. And we're going to unpack that. And so as God began sharing this revelation with me, layer by layer, and I did the work, I did the internal work, and this is what I share with you. As I began doing the internal work, I just felt this tugging, this pulling, as I began healing myself, this tugging and this pulling, as if it was something bigger than myself, as if it was something that I needed to share. And I felt compelled to speak, to share my story as I kept going along. It was something in me. I believe it was God. I do. I really, really do. It was something that I couldn't just rest on, because I knew that this was something bigger than myself. Even though originally I went on the journey to heal myself. Does that make sense? So that was that in short. And the 10-day journey that I would like to invite you on together is a mixture of all the things that I have learned on the journey as to what I was holding on to internally. So we're going to go on a journey together for 10 days. Even though my journey was 6 years, 6 years in this game. Okay. And so I know a bit about healing. I know a bit about, number one, healing is my natural gift. And when I was a little girl, I used to have dreams about people. I'm an empath, and so I was able to connect with people in the spirit, with spiritual beings in the spirit realm. I was able to speak to loved ones who had passed, and who are no longer here on the earth realm. I was able to speak to just random strangers, and felt the need, that unction, to just speak to them and translate what their loved ones who have passed, what they wanted to convey to them. I have dreams, I have vision, I have sight. Some things that I see, some things that are not physical. I see things in the spirit realm. And so I'm aware of that. I'm aware of all the different gifts that I do have. And I do know that one of the main gifts that I have, and that is healing. And I believe that we heal by our story. I believe that, healing is a part, it's a vibration. And I believe that we heal. And not only do we heal, I remember when a friend of mine, Veronica Very, was saying that healing happens in rotation. Sometimes you'll find on this journey that I have experienced myself, where like the same situation that you thought you healed from will come around again, for it to recircle and heal itself again. It'll come around again for you to have a different awakening. It'll come around again. Similar to, I was just thinking about like Bible scriptures when we read, or if you do read the Bible, some don't, and that's fine. But I find that when I do read certain verses in the Bible, that I have a different enlightenment. I have a different perspective. My eyes like, oh, that's what that means. And I've, read this ever since I was little, but now, and just, it recircles itself. And so, you're going to take the journey with me. You're going to take the journey with me. You're going to, whether you like it or not. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're invited to join this 10-day of how to heal the internal weight. So my next video is going to be day 1, talking about how I dysfunctionally functioned, how you may be dysfunctionally functioning.